Welcome to my October wrap-up, where I show you all the books that I've got, all the books that I've read, and all the books that I will unhaul now at the end of the month. So let's start with the books that I've got throughout the month, and we have 3 ebooks. The first one is Goldfinch by Raven Kennedy, the final installment of the Plated Prisoner series. The next book is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson for my Cosmere reading marathon on Sundays. And the last book is a review copy that I'm really excited for. It is Hero by Katie Buckley that will be published in January 2025. And with that, we are coming now to my physical copies that I've got, and the first one is The Crimson Moth by Kristen Ciccarelli, the first book of the duology. You maybe know this under the alternative title Heartless Hunter, but I got it under Crimson Moth and can't wait to read it because I only heard good things about it. So this is the first one that I've got. The second one is a dark romance. It is Lights Out by Navessa Elm, and the TikToks to this book really intrigued me, so I got it and also can't wait to read it. The next one is a whole series that I've bought for myself and for another video that I want to make. It is the Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac series by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti. It is part of my Sodaria reading marathon that I started last year, I think, or the year before, I'm not quite sure. But I've read the first 6 books of the Zodiac Academy series now, plus the novellas, and the first book is told by the boys. And I think that is the last point in the whole series that I can switch to the Ruthless Boys series, which plays 5 years before Zodiac Academy. And the characters from this series are part of the Zodiac Academy series now, and I want the whole experience, the whole emotional damage, and so I will switch to this series now and will read this before I read the rest of the Zodiac Academy series. And then we have a German book, or a German version of a book, which is 1,000 Broken Pieces by Tilly Cole, the second book of a duology. The first one is 1,000 Boy Kisses, and this is now the story of Poppy's sister. I think it will break my heart in 1,000 pieces, so we will see about that. The tissues are ready and prepared, and yeah, I hope it will destroy my heart and we'll put it together in the end. And the next books are the first books in the Stormlight Archive series. It is a beautiful box set with The Way of Kings, Words of Radiance, and the Edge Dancer novella. 2,500 pages to read, and also part of my Cosmere reading marathon. So I will probably start The Way of Kings at the end of December or at the start of January. We will see how fast I am. And we have 2 books left now. The first one is the first book in the Devil's Night series, Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, also a dark romance book. and I'm not sure if I will like it, but I will definitely try it and I'm excited for it. Friends of mine really love this series, so I can't wait to start that. And the last book is Bride by Ellie Hazelwood, a book that was on my wish list for months now. And I get it now. And really excited to read that too. So this is my first book with the whole. And the only thing that I know about this book is that there is a knotting scene, and I've never read this before. So we will see how that goes. And these are all the books that I've got in October. It is a lot of books, much more than I expected at the start of the month, because I only expected 1,000 Broken Pieces, Warbreaker and Goldfinch. So 3 books instead of. Instead of 16. A big difference, but a lot of it is thanks to Lisa, a friend of mine, and she gifted me a lot of books. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of the books are from Lisa as a gift for unofficially editing her book before it will be sent to the publisher in the next year. So thank you, Lisa. The rest of the books are totally up to me, and I will stand by that, and I'm really excited to read all of them throughout the next month. And with that we come to the books that I've read in October. The first one was an audiobook. It is Archangel's Shadow by Nalini Singh, the 7th book in the Guild Hunter series. And I decided to DNF the series after that. Not because the books are bad, but the books are all pretty similar in the series, and with that the books are not 4-star reads, but instead 3-star reads, and I don't want to purchase books that I've already know are just 3-star reads. So I decided to DNF the series at this point and will continue other series, because I started so much series throughout the last years that it's not worth continuing okay series. And with that we come to my physical books now. The first one is Babel by R.F. Kuang. It is a dark academia book and one of the dark academia books in the genre. It was very plot heavy and not an easy read, because it focuses a lot on Britain's history and a lot on colonialism, racism and everything that has to do with it. R.F. Kuang doesn't hold back on these themes, and I really appreciate that, but it was a heavy read because of that. But I really liked the book and it was a solid 4-star read for me. So that was the first book that I've read. And the second book, also not the easiest read, was The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I made a special video about it where I talk about the book, so if you want to see that, you can find it on my channel. and I marked a lot of pages here. This was my Thursday read with me in October, and it was not my only Thursday read with me, because the next one was a special for Halloween, Graveyard Shift by Emil Rio, and to that there's also a special video where I talk about it. Just a short book and a short video, but you can all also watch that if you want. And I continued the Boys of Tommen series with Saving Six, the third book in the series by Chloe Walsh. It is now a new pairing. The first two books were about Johnny and Shannon, and this book is now about Shannon's brother Joey and his girlfriend Eve. And I like this book and can't wait to read book 4 next year, because this is the German version, and the German version of book 4 is published in January 2025. So I will continue then. And it is a very heavy and very emotional read, so be prepared for that. Check the trigger warnings, please, before you read it. And with that, we are coming to the next series, which is the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. This is book 5, Gold, and this is book 6, Goldfinch. I've read them both in October and finished the series, and it is a 5-star series for me. I really loved it, and it is one of my favorite romantic fantasy series. It is quite dark, be prepared for that, but I really loved it. I loved the depth of the character development, how the plot developed throughout the whole story, and all the puzzle pieces coming together now in book 5 and 6. So yeah, really loved it, and I will put it now on my shelf. And the next series that I'm kind of finished is the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson with The Hero of Ages, because I have not finished the series, but I finished the first era of Mistborn and I really loved it. I was not sure if I will like the Brandon Sanderson books and the Mistborn series before I started The Final Empire, but I really love it and can't wait to continue the Cosmere universe, which you can see I already got a lot of his books and will continue to add them to my collection until I have them all. The next book was a buddy read with a friend of mine, Trust by Kylie Scott. It is a little bit older and it was a bit disappointing. The start of the book was really good and we were both really intrigued, but then it went downhill and I don't know if the characters were too young for us and too naive, childish in their behavior. I don't know. We couldn't vibe with this book and that's it for that. And we come now to more romantic fantasy series or romantasy series. The next books, or book in English, Lover Revealed, was a reread for me. It is the 4th book of the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. And so far, the one I liked the least for the rereads. But I can't wait to continue that series now in November. And we come now to the books that I've started but haven't finished for October. The first one is Monroe by Kresley Cole, the 17th book of the Immortals After Dark series that was published years after book 16, and I couldn't wait to read it, but I really lacked a lot of information from the previous books because I haven't reread them before I started book 17, and Monroe was a real alpha hole, I would say, and I didn't like him very much. All in all, the story was okay, and I'm really intrigued by the main plot that goes throughout the whole series and can't wait to read the next installment of the series. And the last book that I've started but haven't finished now is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. I have read the first 200 of 600 pages so far, and I'm really intrigued and can't wait to continue the book now in November. And with that, we have now my new books, my read books, and now we are missing one part, and that is which books I will unhaul. And with that, I have to make place now. So with place now here, I can start my unhaul, and the first is the series I DNF'd. It is the Guild Hunter series. The first 6 books that I have as physical copies will now leave my home. I liked them, yes, but not enough to continue the series and not enough to hold on to them. So I hope they will find a new home. And let's see throughout my read books in October if I want to unhaul some of them. Yes, I will. I will unhaul Trust by Kylie Scott now. And I will unhaul, give me a second, Graveyard Shift by Emil Rio. So these books will leave my home. These books will stay and I will put them on my shelf now. And with that, please tell me in the comments which books you've read in October. Which one did you like? Which one didn't you like? Like the video, follow my channel if you wanna, and I will see you next time. Bye!